This video is going to walk you through a basic overview of Google Drive. And once you've logged into your Google account, you can access Google Drive by clicking on the Google Apps grid at the top of your screen and clicking on Drive. Just one thing to call out about your Google Apps grid is once you start visiting different Google apps and using them more frequently, Google will automatically add them to the top of your apps grid based on how frequently you visit them. So when you click your Google Apps grid, you might not see sites, but since I visit sites very frequently, Google puts sites as an icon in my app grid. So right now I'm in Drive. If you don't yet have Drive installed on your computer, you can click here to install it. And essentially what Drive is it's a giant hub of all of your files, documents, pictures, media, everything saved in one giant cloud. And the Google Cloud is very convenient and is one of those things that can be accessed anywhere. So if you create a document in Google Drive and need to access it from your phone, if you have Drive on your phone, you can access that document from your laptop, from your phone, anywhere. And you can also create that document. You don't have to save anything to a flash drive. Anything that you work on is automatically saved by Google, and you can go back and access it very easily. So let's just take a look at the Drive page. And there are two different formats that you can use to view your Google Drive page. And right now I am in a list format, but you can change that to a grid format, and it's simply personal preference. I'm going to go back to list. On your Google Drive page, one of the main features and buttons that you're going to be using all the time is Create. And when you click Create, you can create a folder, document, presentation, spreadsheet, form, drawing, or any other Google-oriented app that you've integrated into your Drive. So you can connect more apps based on your preference, but these are the basic features that you're going to see when you click on that Create button. So if I were to click on the folder here, that would create a brand new folder for me. If I click on Document, that's going to lead me to a brand new document that I can create right in Google. So moving back to my Drive page, the other option is clicking this arrow. And you can, by doing this, upload any files from your computer or a folder. So this is a neat tool if you have a library of documents from Word that you've worked on over the years and you want to start integrating them and uploading them into Drive so that you can access them more frequently. You can very easily do that by clicking on the up arrow here. On your Drive page, you can also see any documents that have been shared with you. You can also see folders that have been shared with you. So these are all folders that have been shared with me. And if I click the down arrow on my Drive, I can see any folders that I've created. And you can see that this Benjamin Franklin's folder is in two places. It's in the Shared With Me folder, and it's also in my own folder that I've created called Cooper Block 2. So within Google's organization, you can have your own organization, and you can create folders and areas where you store and organize your own files. So that's Shared With Me. You can then star documents that you want to call up later and mark as important. So if I go back to my Drive and I want to star my field trip lunch form here, when I go back to my star documents, you'll see that it has been added here. So these are all important documents that I need to star to call up when I need it in the future. You can click on Recent here to see a log of all of your recent activity. You can view your trash, any items that you have put in the trash bin. And by clicking more, you can also work offline. And I'm going to just click that to show you for a minute. So you can actually work in Drive offline. And of course, when you're working offline in Drive, nothing is saving. So when you enable offline working in Drive, you just have to be careful that when you go back online that you've saved everything. And obviously, if you're using a public or a shared computer, don't use offline Drive. Next, I'm going to go up to the cogwheel, and that is essentially the settings for your Drive page. And you can choose your display density, so that's just the overall appearance of your page, comfortable, cozy, and compact. And here are some settings options that you can use. There's a help option here if you have questions. So I'm going to go back to Drive. The other thing I want to point out that's an extremely important feature of Drive is the activity log. And this is something that's located off to the right-hand side of your page, and it shows any activity that's occurred in Drive, and it's in chronological order. So if you take a look at what's in my activity log here, it tells me that I shared an item with somebody yesterday at 11:39 p.m. This is very helpful to actually keep track of when students are working. So if you have a student who has submitted an assignment that they've been working on it for weeks and weeks and weeks, and you notice that you go into their folder or there's activity the night before it's due, and all of a sudden they had one paragraph and now they have 6 pages. This activity log is a good way to keep track of when your students are working and what they're doing. So anytime something's shared with you, or anytime you share something with your students, you have actual proof that it happened at a certain time. You can get rid of this by Xing out here. So you can also call it up again if you X out by clicking on this eye here. It will show it again. With any file that's on Drive, you can view the owner, and these are all my files. You can also tell the file type by the icon in front of the file name. So you can see here that this is a shared folder. It's a folder with a little person icon in it. You can see that these are color-coded folders, a Word document here, and these blue icons are Google Docs, Google Forms, Google Drawings. So the icon kind of helps you call out what essentially the file is. And you can organize your Drive by creating folders for pictures, creating folders for certain documents, or creating a folder system for different classes. So the last thing we're going to do in this video is to upload both a folder and a file, and to actually create a very simple Google Doc. So we're going to go back over to our red up arrow button and click upload. And first I'm going to upload a folder. So when you click this, what will happen is you will, a pop-up menu will show up, and this is a list of all of the files that are on your computer right now. So I'm going to just go into my documents and select a folder, and then click OK. And currently what Google Drive is doing right now is taking all of the 63 files inside that folder and uploading them into Drive. So now they will be all transferred from Word into Google Drive, and they will be available for me to access and share and edit within Google Drive. So this is helpful if you have been working in Word for a good significant amount of time and you have a lot of information saved in Word documents. It just takes a few minutes to upload whatever it is that you need and to work on in Drive, and you can very easily do that with the upload feature. So now it has completed that upload, and to find what I just uploaded, I'm going to just refresh here, click on my Drive, and there's the folder that I just uploaded. And you'll see that when I click on that, there are all my Word documents inside that folder. Now if I hover over that particular folder, there's a down arrow, and there are a couple things I can do here. I can open, I can create a new folder within that folder, I can share this entire folder, I can mark it as important, I can move it, change the color. Next we're going to upload a simple file, so same thing, click the up arrow. Now I'm going to just try uploading a picture. So it automatically defaulted to my pictures. I'm going to select the heart, open it, and it's going to upload that right into my drive. So if I look at my activity, it tells me that not only did I upload 64 items in that folder that I just uploaded from my documents, but I also uploaded a picture. The last thing we're going to be doing is just creating a simple Google Doc. And later on in the workshop, we're going to be going back into Docs and learning more about the bells and whistles and sharing options, editing options of Docs. But right now, I just want to show you how to create a basic one. So when I click on Create and Doc, this is what comes up. And I can just click right up at the top to rename my document. And I'm going to name this Google Drive Overview. Now, you'll notice that the toolbar at the top here looks very much like a Word toolbar. And you'll find that as you start working in Docs, that it's very, very similar in the way that it works with Word. And it's got some of the same features with formatting and font changing and text formatting options, and just very similar and intuitive, and you'll be able to create and edit documents fairly simply in Docs. If you look at the menu up at the very top of the page here, you'll notice that there's a File menu. And very similar to Word, you can create a new one, open one, move, delete, publish. You can print. Here, some editing options. Undo and redo, which are key. Paste. Here you can view various layouts of the doc. Insert, you can insert images and links and drawings here. And we're going to do that later on. And then just formatting, so text formatting and alignment, line spacing, all that's here. Tools, you have your spell check, word count, a way to insert a table. Add-ons we're going to talk about later, so you can create some add-ons here for yourself to use in Docs. And then, once again, help. So what we're going to be doing is, I'm just going to type a few sentences. She sells seashells in my document, and just show you very simply that it's very, very similar to the formatting of Word. So I can change my font size, I can bold it, I can center it, I can change the color of it, I can add a link, change my line spacing, I can bullet, and as we move forward in the course, we're going to be talking about editing and how to edit and comment on student work. But for now, this is just a simple way to create a new document in Google Drive.